Hello and welcome back to the Daily Northwestern Lacrosse Roundtable. I'm sports editor Robbie Levin, along with copy chief and lacrosse beat writer extraordinaire Brian Chappatta. Now, Brian, the lacrosse team lost their first game in 2 years last weekend to UNC. What did you see from them this weekend?
Well, this weekend they came out with a vengeance and a vendetta against Vanderbilt. And basically, in the first minute, Katrina Dowd and Danielle Spencer, the two senior leaders on this team, set the tone by scoring 2 goals. And really, it was just they just put on a clinic. They set a new record with 27 goals for the amount of goals scored under Kelly Monty-Hiller since she started the program again in 2002. And Danielle Spencer scored 7 goals in the first half off several free positions. I mean, she just basically went one-on-one and said, "There's no way you're going to stop me," to the Commodores, and they weren't able to. She scored 7 goals in the first half, 8 on the game. We were talking to the press box. Will she set a new record for Northwestern goals in a game? Will she set a new record for NCAA goals in a game after 7 in the first half? But the Commodores definitely stuck to her with some double teams in the second half. But they didn't let up. Katrina Dowd also finished with 5 goals and 3 assists. So it was an overall just a stellar performance by the Wildcats, and they showed no signs of despair from losing to the Tar Heels.
Yeah, so Danielle Spencer last weekend against UNC had no goals.
Right.
This weekend she has 8 goals. You talked to her afterwards. What'd she say was the difference?
She said that her main goal was to play fearless. And I asked her, I said, when you play fearless and you play the way you did, do you feel like you are unstoppable? And she said, yeah, a little bit. And it really showed out there. I mean, she could not be stopped. I mean, she was faster than Vanderbilt was, and she was bigger than Vanderbilt was, and she just got her way. She got close to the goal, and she put it in the back of the net.
Wow. So, in talking to Kelly Monty-Hiller and some of the other players, is there anything you think the team is going to change after the UNC game, or is it going to be pretty much the same look team?
Well, one of the things they did change was they changed the starting lineup around. They basically went back to square one, and Kelly basically made every position open competition. And some players like Aaron Fitzgerald, like Amanda Macaluso, they started in the game, got their first starts, I believe, on the season, and they came out and responded. A freshman trio came out and scored 9 goals. You had Aaron Fitzgerald had 4 goals, Ali Casera had 3 goals, and Amanda Macaluso had 2 goals. So the freshmen really stepped up, and Katrina said that her and Danielle, when those young players come in with their love of the game, they feed off that energy, and they're able to elevate their games as well. So when you have those young players clicking, you have your senior leaders clicking. There's nothing a team, even as strong as a number 8 team in the country in Vanderbilt, can do to stop this team.
Yeah, so looking ahead to this weekend, Northwestern has its last 2 regular season games against Virginia and Florida. So looking at those 2 matchups, what do you think? What are you thinking for this weekend? How do you think Northwestern will come out?
Well, Virginia is number 5 in the country, and they actually knocked off North Carolina, so that's going to be certainly a tough test. I think that they are one of the stronger teams, one of those truly elite teams in the nation that Northwestern is really going to zone in on. And then Florida, not ranked, a conference opponent, so Northwestern's still going to take them seriously. But I don't think that the Gators will pose much of a challenge. I expect that Kelly is going to keep that fire lit under them, keep reminding them of that anger, of that feeling in their stomach of losing to the Tar Heels. And they're going to still be able to come out with a vengeance against Virginia, and then also against Florida. And I think they're going to come out with 2 wins to close out the regular season heading into the ALC Championship.
Great. Well, Brian, thank you very much for your time. And as always, for more lacrosse coverage, check back at dailynorthwestern.com/lacrosse. For Brian Chappatta, I've been Robbie Levin. Thanks for watching.